1,164% return is what I missed on. I got rugged by an error transaction and I missed out 3,000% return. I was so bummed. This was 100%, 119% return on this trade. An amazing way to end the week. It didn't do it. All right, everyone, welcome back to our first week of the One Soul Trading Challenge. We have officially completed our first week. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you're not aware of what this challenge is, go watch this video right up here, the card that's gonna pop up. First, go watch that before you watch this one so you kind of understand what this challenge is. But we're starting with one soul and we're seeing how far we can trade it by trading altcoins and meme coins like Bonk. I'm about to list 12 different meme coins and altcoins that we went and traded this week. And then I'm gonna give you a recap after the week of, are we up? Are we down? What did I trade? How did I do? Did I get rugged on things? Or did I actually make a solid profit on some trades? So I'm super stoked to finally have the first week finished and to get you going on this One Soul Challenge. So let's get into it. As we're getting into this, I want you to know, if you see a little green circle, that means I bought there. And then if you see a little red circle, that is where I sold on a coin. So when you see those on charts, you're going to see these green bubbles and red bubbles, and that's when I buy and sell. So as we're looking at that, that's what you can expect when I'm showing you these charts. Now, before we get into this also, I need to remind you, none of this is financial advice. You should do your own research, and please go watch my first video if you haven't seen it already on what to expect and what not to do during this trading challenge. All right, so enough of that. Let's get into the trades that I completed this last week. We have a total of 12 trades. I'm gonna try to make it quick because I don't want this video to be too long. I want you to just be able to see what I did and how it's going, and where are we at the end of this week, and maybe where we'll go for the next week. So the very first trade of the week you can see here is Dust. Dust is not a super risky coin. It's not a crazy, not probably gonna give me anything crazy right away. This is more of a long-term play. But Dust is an SPL token, not like really a meme coin. It's not it actually has a use case in its ecosystem that it's in. But Dust is, I bought it. As you can see there, it looks like it's kind of bought at a peak. But let me show you why I bought this, okay? Over the time that Dust has been around, let me just shrink this down. They've had really big highs. So I bought, my exact price point I bought was at 76 cents, okay? I bought 7.5705 Dust at 76 cents. We'll look at the week chart. I bought down there. Look how high Dust has gone in the past. Dust has hit $6 a token, okay? And that was in their peak bull. That was in their peak states. But even in this accumulation area right here, they're sitting at like 2.6 or even 1. So if I'm hitting the $1 plus mark, I'm going to be nicely up on this trade. So this is a longer term investment. I'm probably going to, as this pool grows, probably get some more in here and just try to get some more Dust. But I love Dust for a long term hold trade. Most of my plays are not going to be like this, where I buy and don't sell right away. This one's a longer term play. I like Dust. I'm bullish on DGods, bullish on Dust, and bullish on this ecosystem. So that's why I got in on Dust. Let's show you the next trade that I did, which this one was actually a dub. This one was a win this week. This one is called Sober. So I talked about this actually in the first video I did of what's a coin that I'm looking at for this week, and it was Sober. And Sober turned out to be a great play. And honestly, as you see on my chart here, it actually might be a play again. I'm not going to trade right now because I'm recording, but it's in one of my buy zones, and I might miss that pump, but it's okay. Thing with this, you don't trade with emotion, you trade based off fact. And right now we're focused on recording. I don't want to do a trade when I can't put my attention towards it, so I'm not going to do it. But let me show you the buys and the sells that I did. Those red and green dots, as you can see, the red ones are above the green ones. And our first entry into Sober was around 0.00 3367. Okay, and then I had a second entry because I saw they were starting to dip. I wanted to do a second entry because I thought it would be good. And remember, I was trying my best not to go over 10% of our fund to mitigate our risk. I did break the rules a couple times. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to do better at that. But this one, I did not break the rules. I put in only 0.05 each of these. So that equaled up to 0.1 Solana. I bought my second one at 203,349. And then I waited. I watched how it went. And then it just went boop, popped right up nicely. I didn't trade the peak. I should have traded on that peak. But then I ended up selling around 0.004,118, 0.004,027, and then 0.004,188. So if we can look at that, let's look at our bottom trade, 0.003349. So we're looking at almost a 30% return here. I mean, we got some that were higher price points, but we also had a higher entry on one of them. So we were looking at a 30% return here on this coin, which I was super happy with. I'm happy with 30% returns. I'm not looking always for major, massive, like 100% or more returns. I'm okay with getting 30, 20, 40, 50. That's a solid trade. To get 20% on a trade, 25% on a trade, great. In my opinion, great trade, great opportunity. And I would encourage you guys, when you're trading, don't always wait for massive, like a massive pump. If you're profitable, take profits, and take profits as it's going up, and then adjust your stop losses and stuff as it's going up so you can stay profitable. But for me, I want you guys also to know this. I'm not like an expert trader. I haven't been doing this for 10, 20 years. I've only been trading like this for 2 years. So I'm also learning. I wanted this, if you watched my first video, I want this to be a learning experience for you guys. And my goal here is you to learn from what I'm doing. So if I make a mistake, like I didn't have an optimal entry here, I could have waited for that low, which would have made if I would have waited for the low and done a smarter trade, right? If I would have entered here at the bottom here, my return would have been almost 45%. So I didn't do a perfect entry here. I'm learning. I'm doing my best also. And I hope this helps you learn too. I'm not the best trader in the world, but I'm learning. I'm an average Joe guy, just like you, who is trying to make an investment, trying to get an ROI on his investment. And we're doing it with a little amount of money to show you don't need a lot of money in order to get into crypto and make some gains. So as you can see, a 25% return we just got here. Solid. Loved it. That was Sober. And I think Sober has some potential because their airdrop happens December 10th. So I'm still going to be watching them all the way up until that point, because I think then after December 10th, I think we're going to see a major dip because a lot of people are going to get a free coin and they're just going to liquidate. So that's why I'm planning on investing up into that point. Okay, this next one, Chunky. This was a riskier one that I was looking at. Chunky was a very volatile coin. I didn't know much about it, but again, we put it into our rug checker. And let's do that right now. Let's go into our rug checker and I'll show you. And this one was a little more risky. So let's go to rug check, XYZ, put in the token address and check it. This was Chunky. I think it was like a dangerous. Oh, no, it's good. But for me, it was a little more risky. The reason why I entered in on Chunky was I saw it actually floating around X a lot. A lot of people were talking about it. They were like making funny memes about it, and the posts were getting a great amount of traction. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, there might be an opportunity here with Chunky. I mean, people are talking about it. People are excited about it. So I went and found it, and I got a really good entry here, and we actually made a solid play. As you can see, my entry was on low, and I actually timed this one. I was pretty proud of this timing. So this one we entered at 6 zeros, 4215. So right about in that area. And look at, we sold on those peaks. And then there, that bottom red cell that's below the other three, that was me making sure I don't lose out on profit. That was kind of like my stop loss on profit, and I took it to where I made sure I was completely up. We're looking at about, on this one over here, at one of the tops, like a 50% return on some of the top parts of this token, which I'm super happy. 50% return is an amazing. I was super happy with this one. We made a good one here. Chunky was solid. Okay, next one that is a solid coin, which is Guac. I talked about this in my video, and this one was a good trade. This one we traded pretty well. We missed an opportunity. I messed up on this one. I could have made more profit. But that's okay. You can't be perfect. You can't time it all well. So with this one, we had a nice entry down here on the low, and we started trading on the up here. As it was going up, I think I went to bed. I went to bed on this one, and I should have probably put some stop, like some sell orders, so it sells on this peak. And I totally missed out on that. But I woke up to seeing guac was way up, and I ended up selling here at 6 zeros 2010. So we entered down here at 6 zeros 1220. We're looking at almost 100% return on this sell over here. Let me see. We had buys down here on the low and sold all the way up here over here at right around this mark 2010 was where we sold, and we're looking at a 66% return on guac. Guac is an awesome token. It's actually been ripping this last week. It's hit an all-time high several times. Yeah, guac is a very popular meme coin in the Solana ecosystem. Lots of people talking about it. There's lots of trading. It's got a healthy market cap. It's got $14 million market cap. And you might say, $14 million, that's not a lot. In meme coins and altcoins, like what I'm trading, $14 million is a ton. Some of these altcoins that I'm trading are like $50,000 market caps. Some are even less, $10,000 market caps that I'm trading on. So a $14 million meme coin market cap in this ecosystem is a healthy one. Guac was a dub for us. We were winning. We were up. The next one, this one was riskier too on my list of risky. We took a loss here, but we could have taken a dub. We messed up here. I could have taken a win here, but I was super nervous on this coin. I didn't know much about it when I found it. I think I heard it from one of the buddies that I'm in a group chat that we just kind of throw meme coins out that we're looking at. He threw in bars. So I looked at it and I was like, huh, this is pretty early. This might be a really good opportunity. So I bought in early because I saw how early I was. I was only 1, 2, 3, 4. I entered in on the 5th hour. It was on. And look, this market cap was $50,000 right now. And I entered up there. I saw these red candles just start coming in, and I was watching it. My mark was that if it broke past one of the candles, I said I would liquidate. It broke past one of the candles. I liquidated. I didn't set it at the right spot because, as you can see, I took a loss here. But look at this pump I could have taken. This pump would have been amazing if I would have taken it from the peak of this candle to the peak of that candle, and I would have been a little more patient or a little smarter. I could have had almost a 70% return. But instead, I took like a 40% loss, I think it was, on this one. And so I was super bummed on bars. We did the right thing. We were at the right moment. We were trading properly, and we had a solid trade present itself, but I fumbled the bag and I sold too early because I think I was a little too emotional on this one, where I was like, oh man, it's gonna go down. Is it gonna go up? I don't know. I was kind of nervous, and I was not letting the facts just show me what to do, and I messed this one up. So this was a loss, another loss for our pool. I was bummed because we could have had a big dub here. If you're this far into the video, go follow my X. I literally post. I'll show you some of my tweets as I'm talking about this, but I'll literally post right when I'm finding these coins. I'll say, hey, I'm looking at this coin, thinking it's pretty awesome, and I'll literally show you my trades as I'll take screenshots, tweet them out. So if you're like, wish I would have saw this the day you did it, go follow my X account, because that's where I can do it the fastest and show you as it's happening. Follow my X so you can stay up to date on this as best as you can, and also follow along because it's fun. And I post so much other stuff. Like I just posted a funny video this last Saturday of OK Bears merch that actually hit malls in South Coast Plaza, and they're in the Zara stores, and I posted a funny video. But yeah, I'm very active on X, so go follow me on there so you can always know what's happening. All right, let's get back to the next coin. The next coin here is Pumper, which again, this one was super embarrassing. I totally messed this one up. I was, again, way too emotional on this trade. I didn't give myself proper amount of time to just have moments to trade it, and I totally messed this trade up. It made me so mad because I think I missed out on a 750% return. Our pull would have been way up. I would have like 7x my money if I would have just played this one smarter. So as you can see, I bought down here. I was really early on Pumper. I mean, look at, I was on this is the 5-minute chart, right? We're looking at the 5-minute chart right now. Maybe a couple hours in to Pumper. I bought at an amazing spot, but I did the same exact thing that I did with bars. I was putting in little bits like 0.25, 0.5, or 0.025, 0.05, 0.025 into Pumper as it was going down. I was doing amazing entries, but then I don't know what I just like, I thought I was going to go to zero because I didn't know much about it. I didn't know how much potential it actually had and that people were actually supporting this thing and that it was legit. And I literally, look at this. Look at that. Look at that. I sold down here. I made a little profit here on this trade. Very small profit. But I miss out on all of this right here. So let me see. This entry, 0.001039. Actually, no. We're going to go from the top of this candle right here. Right? Boom, top of this candle. Put this over to that peak. Boom. And then we're going to go up. Just look at these numbers. Wait until I hover over this. 113% return. I messed that up. I fumbled it, right? That's just in the little bit. But check out this chart. That's just in a couple, like 5-minute increments, right? Check out what the chart did even after this, okay? I missed out on that 100% return. Just wait till you see this chart. It just kept going and going and going and going. It's so frustrating just looking back at this. I'm sure you probably have done this too. Or maybe I'm not. Maybe you're like, you're an idiot. Look at this. Keeps going. Oh my. It just keeps going, dude. I was so mad at myself. I mean, look at that chart. Look at that chart. I totally messed this up. Look at this chart. I was in a prime entry spot for this thing. So now let's take our little chart. Let's slide it over, right? Right. Let's drag it up and let's see how much I took an L here. Do you see that number? You see that number right there? 1,164% return is what I missed on. I had it. I literally was there. I had the entry, perfect timing, and I missed out on a 1,164% return on this one. I am... you know, you're not always going to win. You're sometimes going to miss out, but again, I mean, even right now, I'm emotional on this. I shouldn't be this emotional. I should just be like, dang, okay, we're going to learn. But sometimes, you know, you mess up and you get emotional. But at the end of the day, for me, I want to learn, okay, I was early on a coin. I should have done a little more digging into what Pumper was. That was one of my mistakes. I should have seen its potential by what people were talking about, what the project was, what the project itself was doing as a coin. Because it's legit. It was a great coin. And I was early. I should have had my facts tell me, why are you selling? You should be holding this and seeing where it goes. But I let emotions take me over, and we took an L here, even though we technically found a dub, but we took an L. Comment down below and say L because I took that fat L. And you can just say like, imagine could have had a 1,000% return, but fumbled the bag. I don't know. Say something funny. Make jokes about me. Yeah, okay, let's just move on because I just don't even want to look at this chart anymore. All right, next one. Shadow. This one, we took a small return here. I wanted to just get little returns on this one because I just took that fat L with Pumper and I was upset. I was like, hey, I just want a little consistent. Let's get back and let's stop getting so emotional. I try to check myself and say, let's get back to trading properly and trading based off facts. So we had a good entry here. Solid entry. Like timed the bottom perfectly and then sold it on the way up. This was a good executed trade. This one's one that's going to be around for a while, so I'll probably be trading it more throughout this challenge, but was happy with myself here. This wasn't like a huge profit, but I think we hit like around, I think it was like 10% because I hit it on the candle. So I think we hit like a 10%, nothing massive, little bit return there, but a dub is a dub, right? You can't complain when you're making profit. So we took a dub there. The next one, this one was a super risky coin. And this is actually a great example for you guys on how volatile these things are, right? So I had, when I was trading this one, I had pumper in mind. I said, I found this meme coin. It's freaking called log, whatever that is. It was risky, super risky coin, volatile. But I said, hey, I'm going to see what we can do. And I'm going to watch this. I'm willing to like ride this one out. I didn't really set stop losses on this one. I just wanted to ride it out and see if it would just pump. And as you can see with what you're looking at right now, it did not pump. Okay. But look at this. I'm on the hour chart right now. So within 1, 2, 3 hours, this thing went almost straight to zero. Okay. I bought in and then within minutes, it was just dropping. And so I was expecting that, okay, maybe it's going to drop. We're early in on this thing. We like just released, and maybe buyers will start buying and it's going to do a nice pump and I'll get to exit. Yeah, that did not happen here. Very quickly, this thing went to zero and has done nothing else. This is a good example of a scam coin, absolutely useless. And we did not take a dub here. Next one. ETH on USD. So there was this trend going on throughout this last week where people would make coins, ETH on Solana or Maniac on Solana or Solana on Solana. Like they would make coins. There was Bitcoin on Solana. That's the one that kind of started it, was Bitcoin on Solana. And so this is not actual like Ethereum. I wasn't trading like actual ETH. This is an altcoin of fake meme coin of ETH. And so this trend was happening. We took a dub. Okay. We bought and entered here on this down. What I would say is good entries because you never timed the bottom perfectly. So I had these entries. And then I sold all my shares here again. Now my issue was, I thought, oh, I could do that again. Let's make more. I think I can make more profit. So I enter again 2 more times after I sell off everything. I enter again. And then as you can see, this meme coin just went down. So we took another L here. Now this next coin is Solana on USD, right? So here you see I'm following that trend, right? This one, I did the same thing I did last time. I did a great trade. As you can see, you see those green and red dots? I did a great trade. We get this spike. Boom. Like it was a solid profit. Let me get you the numbers on this one. A nice 63% profit on this coin. But I thought, because I found this one based off some of the group chats I'm in. Someone threw in Solana on Solana. You know, we think it has potential. It got like derugged. This was rugged before in the past where this was trading, and then it rugged. And someone said, oh, it got derugged. And this looks like it's a potential opportunity. So I looked into it. I was like, oh yeah, this looks like if it's getting derugged and maybe people are actually going to do something with it, this might actually present a really good opportunity here. So I made a first great 60% return. And then I thought again, oh, I can do it again, get more profit. So I buy in again and mess up that amazing trade I did. And then as you can see, it literally goes to zero. What I'm learning here with myself is if I get a good solid trade, a 60% on a really risky trade, like a Solana on Solana, let it play out. Be happy with what you got and maybe give it a little more time and see what it does. See if this thing goes to zero or not. Don't enter right in after you make a good deal. So that's something I learned this last week too, is don't enter after you already made a great play unless you know that coin is actually very trustworthy. This was another huge bummer. So this one I actually did right. I did everything right, but something on this platform, something happened that when I try to put in my 0.1 SOL to invest in Maniac on Solana, another going on that trend, it just took my SOL. Something happened with when I did it, and it just took my 0.1 Solana, and I bought in way down here. I was ready to ride. I was super early. I found it early. It was on the trend. Everyone was talking about it because they're like, Solana degens were talking about, oh, what if this Maniac on Solana outperforms the real Maniac? And they were making so many jokes. Everyone was talking about, everyone was getting excited and laughing. But for some reason, I got rugged by an error transaction and I missed out 3,000% return. I was so bummed. Nothing was working. I couldn't invest in it. Every time I tried to buy, I would get weird transactions. And I didn't want to risk losing another 0.1 Sol trying to buy this thing. And so I had to walk away because I didn't want to risk losing more. And this was a huge loss for our pool because I didn't even get to make any money back on it. It just took the 0.1 Sol. And we missed out on a 3,000% return. And the bummer thing was I was ready. I was there. Something just, I don't know, super bummed. Just a friendly reminder, if you're seeing this, these trades are most likely done. Don't go trying to copy trade me. Don't go try doing this later. This is for educational purposes only and for fun. So we can see, is Soul Maniac actually a legit trader? And as you can see right now, we're taking L's. So maybe I'm not so legit. But this is the first week. We're only 1 week in. I think we're going to be doing amazing because this final last trade that I did last night to close out the day was SDB. Okay, I heard about it, saw it floating around on X, people posting about it. One of the best places to find altcoins and meme coins is on X, I'm telling you. And also I saw it floating around on posts on X, but then also I saw it in a group chat where some people were mentioning it again. And I was like, oh, okay, this is getting traction. I didn't need to start paying attention to this. So boom, we make an entry, a beautiful entry. And this is actually, I left this here from when I entered last night, and it was a great trade. We traded and sold at the top. It looks like this coin's kind of, yeah, we missed out on some big returns here, but this was late last night, so I was asleep during all this. So, I mean, you can't do, you can't be mad when you're asleep. You just can't do anything about that. So don't let it get mad. I'm not going to let this one get me upset because I was asleep. And I physically couldn't do anything to get this pump. But what I know is this coin's pretty healthy. It's at a $143,000 market cap. It's good. But even though this looks small, this was 119% return on this trade. An amazing way to end the week. It didn't to offset the losses, especially from the Maniac that we lost that just went to zero because we got a failed transaction or weird transaction. But it was absolutely a great way to end the week and left me happy and excited looking forward to the next week. The first week is officially over and we started off with 1 Solana. And as you can see, our pool, our trading challenge is now sitting at 0.84 289 Solana. So we're down quite a bit. I think we're going to be good. And we still have some dust sitting there. So we're not really down that bad. That was 0.1 a dust. So we're really not down that bad. We're into another week. We're going to take more dubs. We might take more L's. Hopefully not. I learned some lessons from this last week and I'm excited to see how this next week goes. So thank you so much for watching this. If you're just now seeing this and you like this content, make sure you subscribe, you like this video, and comment what maybe you were trading, or comment how bad I took an L, or if you liked one of my trades, comment dub. Let's get another 100% return. I want you guys to get excited. I want you guys to have fun with me, and I'm going to have fun with you guys. So thank you so much. And also go follow my X because I post on there daily, everything I'm doing, all these different trades. Go follow me on there. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I'll see you next Monday.